I thought you were going to say something. This is the big one. This is the one we've been waiting for. The last one of the night,
This
Guardians of
one
the
you've been
Galaxy
waiting on,
Volume 3. You haven't been waiting for this one?
man. I got mine. I got Cocaine Bear,
You keep saying
because
Cocaine Cowboy over and over
that was
again.
a great documentary, man. Like I
Uh,
love Cocaine Cowboys.
Okay. Yeah, Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3. Um, you haven't seen the holiday special yet, have you? Or you have?
I have. I told you I was
You
gonna
have.
watch it. I told you
Okay.
December 1st. I wasn't watching it till then.
Um,
I'm not watching any Christmas stuff. Does not get watched in my house until after December. That's the rules. That's just the rules.
that's just the rules. Fine. I'm excited for this just based on what happened in the holiday special to kind of see where we are and to see the revelations and the secrets that have been revealed there. Um, and seeing some new characters and seeing old characters in new situations. But I mean, the big question for me is what is going on with Gamora? Where is she at?
See,
When is she going to be in the movie?
that's interesting. You said that because I all of that doesn't matter to me. You know why?
Why?
Because this is the end.
Hmm.
And like I saw the holiday special. I thought the holiday special was really good. For me, I'm interested in this because this is the bookend of the trilogy. Um, this is James Gunn is gone after this. He's going to go head up DC. He
Hmm.
talked about the fact that Guardians was a trilogy. He was finished telling the story. Dave Bautista said that he was done after this one. So I'm interested to see how you bookend this.
All right,
I'm
there we go.
interested to see. I'm interested to see who dies, who rises to prominence, who spins off from the Guardians, and do we bring the Guardians back for another one? Because the
Hmm.
Guardians keep going. Like in comics, the Guardians have a round have a rotating cast of characters. Like this
Hmm.
version of the Guardians is not the original Guardians. So I'm
Right.
interested to see, do we keep the Guardians going? Is this just this trilogy is like I'm that's what I'm interested to see. How do you
Okay.
end this?
All right, let's
Because
go.
this is a great run.
We were gone for quite a while.
Oh wait, those old school outfits?
But no matter what happens next, the galaxy still needs its guardians.
Oh yeah. I think that's from the Dan Abnett run.
We come in peace.
Come on, Drax. Seriously, dude?
No, 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 no! Ow!
Yeah. Pretty much that's them.
Don't forget. Where we came from.
Pulling up his heartstrings right there.
We have been running our whole lives.
Pete, I'm done running.
Act 3 right there, baby. That's when he shoots somebody in the face. Cecily.
We'll all fly away together. One last time. Into the forever and beautiful sky.
Hey.
There we go.
And we'll kill anyone who gets in our way.
No, not kill anyone.
Kill a few people.
Kill no people.
Kill one guy, one stupid guy who no one loves.
Now you're just making it sad.
Okay.
Interesting. I thought that would give us a little bit more, but they didn't, and I kind of like it.
I mean, this is the first trailer that we're seeing, right? We haven't seen anything before this, right?
True, but I
Is that
guess
correct?
again, the still frame of it that everybody's been capturing was of you know who, and you
The
barely saw him.
storefront.
Warlock.
Oh, yeah.
That's
Um,
who everybody was excited to see, and they thought we were going to be in the second one. And we didn't get him in the second one, but we're getting him in this one. And the question is, because he's a big effing deal,
mhm.
And again, as we shuttle through this, that right there is going to make a lot of people cry when you see how
The
Rocket's origin,
experiment, yeah.
the origin story of Rocket is going to break some hearts. But again, you don't see Warlock. You see a flash frame of him, and I think that's very interesting. You're holding back High Evolutionary.
So who's the High Evolutionary? Who's that?
He's an asshole.
Okay.
He is a person who believes he creates what's called manimals. I believe that's what they're called, but there he is. So that is, I want to get his name right because if you remember him, he was in James Gunn's Peacemaker.
Mm-hmm.
Chuck Woody, Iwuji? You know what? Chuck.
Yeah, just say Chuck.
Chuck, because I'm butchering that name. High Evolutionary is from, in the comics, Wundagore.
Okay.
So if you remember Doctor Strange, Wundagore was the place that Wanda Scarlet Witch went to when she sat on that throne. Now I don't know if that's still connected. I don't know if they're going to still do that. But we know High Evolutionary is the bad guy in this one. We know we're going to get Adam Warlock, and we also know that what's her name? Elizabeth Debicki, Aisha. Remember, she's the one who was upset, the High Priestess, when they stole the ambulatory batteries. She's the one who commissioned for Warlock to be made. So that's what I'm interested to see. We saw the original uniform. So if you go back and watch and read the Dan Abnett run of Guardians, those are the uniforms. So that's the original Star-Lord uniform with the two guns, and he had like a different hat or different thing. And I'm on board.
I think this is cool. I like that they didn't show a lot. They showed a bunch of different things really, but we don't really know how it's connected yet, right? We don't know where the scenes line up. So it did just enough to get me excited. And May, for some reason, I guess this movie had kind of always had that date. Maybe I pushed a little bit when they let James Gunn go and then brought him back. But I forgot that was so long ago that, like, in my mind, I thought this was
seems like a lifetime ago, doesn't it?
Yeah, I thought this was like so many years away, but it's just like 5 months away, which isn't too bad. So I feel like Marvel is slowly getting us ready for this Phase 5. Leroy and I will discuss Phase 4 and how we think how it went. What?
I don't know. It's weird when you said that they're slowly getting us ready for Phase 5. I think they've primed us for Phase 5.
Okay.
Okay.
For me, Phase 4 has ups and downs. We will discuss whether or not we liked it or not coming up in a later video.
Man,
but
I got
for me,
some hot
Phase
takes.
5 is just, I'm just excited. We got Ant-Man, we got Guardians. So yeah, let's see what we got going on.
So here's the thing that I think is very interesting that we've talked about before. So you have the MCU, what Marvel's created, which is, again, it's a juggernaut. It is the valedictorian, the prom queen, whatever you want to call it, the Alabama of movies, the Patriots of the cinema. I could do this all day. So you have people who grew up with the MCU who know these characters from the movies, and then you have a subset of people who have read the comics and see these interpretations on screen, and then you have people who are both, who seen the movies, read the comics, and they come into it at different parts. The Guardians have a very storied history when it comes to comics, and you can kind of tell people's age groups when they talk about the characters and which characters they like, and because this iteration, I said this before, this iteration of the Guardians is a new iteration. This is not the original Guardians.
Didn't we see like the original Guardians?
So we saw them in Guardians Volume 2. We saw Yondu being a part of the Ravengers, and those original the captains of the Ravengers were actually the original Guardians. Martin X, Nikki. I'm trying to think. Yondu, a couple other people. I'm trying to remember their names. But that was the original iteration, and then they evolved based on different writers. Stakar. And it's interesting now seeing some of the people come into this and who are now, to me, it's like those two worlds are meeting, because now you're having Adam Warlock show up, you have the High Evolutionary, and people are like, oh, who is that? And what version are we going to get? Because we just are coming off the heels of World of Wakanda, Wakanda Forever, the World of Wakanda that we got a little bit more. And we can see a version of Namor.
Mm-hmm.
And a lot of people were wondering, was Namor going to be nerfed? And he was not. He was the Namor from comics. And so now you've got Guardians about to end. And people are like, okay, how are we going to end this while still introducing some of these new characters? And I'm actually excited to see this because, again, this is James Gunn's swan song for this group of characters that he introduced. He literally gave us the space part of the MCU.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm interested in that part. I'm interested to see how he wraps this all up, because this is his baby. I'm all for that, but it's a little bittersweet.
Okay. I think I will have more bittersweet feelings when we get closer to the actual premiere date of the movie. Right now, I'm just excited to see all this stuff. I think once I actually see it, I'm like, oh, okay, here we go. And we do see those or feel those heartstrings get tugged at, then I'll be like, here we go. Okay.
Because, I mean, this is one of the, if you think about it, because Guardians is what, phase 3? Or phase 2? Guardians is phase 2, right?
Mm-hmm.
This is the last of those original phases, because we don't have a Thor movie coming out. Hemsworth has said he would like to do another one. So this is, everything after this is all brand new. Because phase 3 is Ant-Man, right?
Ant-Man was also phase 2.
Okay, so
I think it was like the last movie of phase 2, like the first Ant-Man might have been the last movie of phase 2.
I can't remember which, because this is what I've noticed, and because you talked about it, they're getting us ready for phase 5. They're kind of like these movies, this and Ant-Man are kind of closing the door on those original phases while they introduce new characters in phase 5 and 6 and new movies and new franchises further down the line.
Sure.
So to me, that's the interesting part to me, because I like to see because you've talked about this ad nauseum, at length. What is the plan and how do you get from this phase to that phase while still holding on to your core audience and transitioning to your new phase? Because we know where the trajectory was, because we knew the big baddie was Thanos. So we knew what we were building to. Mm-hmm. And in these phases, we keep introducing these new characters, and it's like, oh, okay. So you're closing out one phase as you're introducing the next phase, and the next phase is all new characters. They're all going to be getting their second movie. Meanwhile, Guardians is wrapping up.
Ant-Man as well, yeah.
So to me, that's the interesting part. How do you, while holding one branch, move to the next branch and swing? How do you do that? Can they successfully do it?
If anybody can, it will be them. Hopefully. But
you've talked about this before. They haven't failed yet. They haven't bombed yet. And eventually, everybody takes a loss. The Patriots don't win every Super Bowl, and Alabama's not playing for the national championship this year.
Yeah. Yeah. In the comments, let us know if you think Marvel has failed and where they failed. I'm sure you guys would love to talk about that. Some people might say it's phase 4. I don't know. We'll see.
Some people would.
But that'll be it for us. Where you can find us, as always, YouTube and Facebook at the handle We Tryin'. No spaces in that. It's all one word together. We Tryin' y'all at Twitter, Instagram, Twitch, and Hive. Drop us a line, drop us a message, tell us how we can be better, and we will strive to be the best we can be.
Or we will just
then,
say we're as good as we're going to get.
There we go. Until then, we out. Peace.